सर स्टार्ट कर रही हूँ अब।
स्टार्ट करो इसको।
अच्छा, I have shared this. Is this visible?
Yes, 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 it is visible.
Okay.
Okay. Management is above all practice where art, science and craft meet. Respected Dean Sir, our keynote speaker Dr. Satish Ojha Sir, Dr. Alok Kumar Pandey Sir is also here perhaps, Dr. Rebecca Sinha, Mr. Mrityunjay Singh Ji, shortly Dr. Gupta Sir and Dr. Orao Sir will also be joining. Children, one and all, a very good morning to all of you. As we witnessed, the last episode was dedicated to PG options post BBSc with a special emphasis on PG options abroad, and the scholarship students could avail so as to be able to study at prestigious colleges like the Royal Veterinary College. And our keynote speaker was Dr. Sandeep Gulia sir, as you all must be remembering. So today, if you could give a sub-theme to the Zenith, it will definitely be perseverance and hard work, because the success and career graph of our young keynote speaker today definitely stands true for his perseverance and labor, because at such a young age it well depicts the labor he has put to his work to get his aim fulfilled. The way he was ready to help the super juniors of his alma mater further makes us indebted to him. We are lucky to have today Dr. Satish Ojha, an alumni of Ranchi Veterinary College, as our keynote speaker. He has done PG diploma from IIM Lucknow. I share with you all his biodata and LinkedIn profile, and you all will be puzzled to Dr. Satish. I am just now taking 5 minutes to present. 5 मिनट बस लेती हूँ, फिर आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करें, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है?
नहीं, that's okay.
Okay. This is the LinkedIn profile of Dr. Satish Ojha to begin with. So you all can understand how difficult it was for me to summarize the huge biodata, innumerable work, commendable achievement of Dr. Satish Ojha in such a short span of time. And this is his biodata, whereby you all can see, starting from Mahindra and Mahindra Limited to Key Financial Services Limited, and the broad areas, the different various areas whereby he has worked. It shows how versatile and talented he is, and how much labor he would have put to adjust himself to different streams. And then he has excelled in all the stream, winning different awards and appraisals, as would be visible to you all. And then the Tata Capital Financial Services Limited, where he is currently employed since 4th June 2018. Well, to sum up his biodata, he was a school topper from standard 1 to 12 and got a school head boy award in DAV Public School, won 2 silver medal in mathematics NTSE exam and science NTSE exam among 1 lakh students. होनहार पूत के पांव पालने में ही दिख जाते हैं. He knew that he was meant to be the leader, the topper, and never a second. Continuing his zeal, he won 8 gold medals for securing highest SGPA in different subjects and merit scholarship in all 5 years. He won University Gold Medal for outstanding academic performance in RVCH at university level, got a place in coveted PGDM course of IIM Lucknow. His journey took new wings. His desires and perseverance and passion helped him win Merit Award for featuring among top 25% of the batch in IIM Lucknow. His promise and commitment to himself to excel continued when he joined Mahindra & Mahindra and worked from 10th May 2012 to 6th June 10th May to 2012 to 2015. He worked in various streams there, including finance, strategy, business development, Mahindra and different business development, marketing, etc. Awards and appraisals was something most expected for Dr. Satish Ojha, for a workaholic and a prodigy. Prestigious Synergy Award, highest rating award, prestigious Star Award, a few of them. His awards and appraisal continued as he shifted to KFSL, where he worked from January 15 to January 18. Currently, he is employed with the prestigious TCFSL from June 2018 till date. A gold medalist veterinarian, creating a niche for himself in the world of business and marketing and finances, is definitely incredible and inspiration for all the students who are present today. In fact, a lesson that nothing is impossible in this world if our strong determination is there, if we have a strong determination. Honestly enough, Dr. Satish, it was rather a very difficult task to summarize the huge number of achievements, the innumerable feathers in your cap, in such a short span of time. Hope I have done justice with a prodigy like you by your brief introduction. Dr. Satish, you make us all proud, as I said to you, as I said, with unparalleled achievements in the field of management. And the best part is that you agreed today to guide the students. So, not wasting much time, I request you to start your presentation for the benefit of the students. So, would you please share your screen, Dr. Satish, and start your presentations with a huge gratitude, of course, towards you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the kind words, ma'am.
It's okay. You deserve much more.
We look after you only, and we follow whatever you are doing. I saw that on Environment Day also you planted tulsi. I just now saw on Facebook. Yeah, so we follow you, and
ये थोड़ा मोड़ा सब है गुरुजी लोग के आशीर्वाद से डीन सर डॉक्टर पांडे सर गुप्ता सर डॉक्टर जियोराम सर सारे जितने लोग हैं सब लोग मोटिवेट करते हैं इसका आइडिया भी जैसे ही हम लोगों को आया हमें डॉक्टर रेबेका को डीन सर एज अ मेंटोर हम लोगों ने सब मिलके इसको एग्जीक्यूट किया उन्होंने बोला कि इससे अच्छा क्या होगा बच्चों के लिए फिर सीनियर सर लोगों ने डॉक्टर पांडे सर एंड ऑल एवरीवन एनकरेज्ड डॉक्टर रविंद्र सर दे ऑल गेव देयर वर्ड ऑफ एनकरेजमेंट सो आपके लिए तो एक ये डॉक्टर सतीश ऑनलाइन होम कमिंग होगा रिटर्निंग बैक टू द कॉलेज डेज राइट
It feels great, yeah. So if you can allow me to share, yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I should stop presenting, right? I'm stopped.
Yeah. So is this visible to you? Hello.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. So good morning to everyone. This is Satish Kumar Oja. I am a 2004 to 2009 batch pass out from the esteemed Ranchi Veterinary College and Hospital. Post that I did my MBA from IIM Lucknow 2010 and 12 batch. What I'll do in this session is I'll take you through the journey that I have spent and whatever learnings that I have incurred. I'll also try and share that with you. We will keep this whole session interactive. So although we have a Q&A session at the last, but if you feel like asking any question in the interim, you can just pause me and ask your question and I'll try my best to answer all of them. So this is how we'll keep it, and it will not be a monologue at all. So Nandini ma'am, Sushil sir, anyone, Pandey sir if he's there, can interrupt in the interim, and I love such interruptions. Yeah. So the topic for today, we are good to start, Nandini ma'am?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Hello.
Yes, am I audible?
Everyone has gone on mute or what?
Yes, sure. Dr. Satish, continue. We all can see you. Yeah. It's better I'm pinning your presentation now.
Sure. So the topic for today's discussion is how to explore career opportunities in management studies, especially for IIMs post BVSC and AH. Now, I'll first of all start with the journey that I have spent, and any one of you have the potential to even to leave that journey or even better that. So basically, I was one of you. Student of Ranchi Veterinary College. This is a photograph which I chose because I was part of NCC in RVC, and this is my photograph of as a NCC cadet in our clinical complex presentation hall. And this is there where this picture was clicked. And then this is our farewell with Sushil sir only. Obviously, I got an award. So this is the third photograph of my house in Kathara. It's in district Bokaro, where I have, just for fun, I have wore all the gold medals that I won in RVC and snapped a photograph. But this photograph is also very near and dear to my heart, and I always keep this photograph. If you see, all the medals and all the trophies which are kept behind are all won in RVC. None of them are from my school days. And this is my convocation of RVCH, which happened in BAU complex. Then post that, as I told you, I joined IIM Lucknow, and there I studied for 2 years. I'll talk in depth about that also. Then post that I joined Mahindra & Mahindra. I did summer internship also in Mahindra, and also I joined Mahindra as a part of strategy team in Mahindra. Now, I hope you know this gentleman. Any one of you can tell me who this guy is? Not this guy. This guy is a common guy. I am asking about this guy. Is anyone aware who is this?
If any
Mahindra.
Yeah.
Anand Gopal?
No. This is Anand Mahindra.
Yes, that's what I said, sir.
Acha, you told, yeah. Sorry. So this is Anand Mahindra, yeah. And this is a recent photograph from Tata. This guy, Rajiv Sabharwal, is the MD of Tata Finance Cluster. And this guy is IIM Lucknow pass out to 1998 batch. This is one of the advantage that IIM Lucknow gives you. All the IIMs gives you. Yeah. So post BVSC and H, there are multiple options that you can explore. And MBA is just one of them. You can obviously go for MVFC. You can go for jobs in private companies. You can go for jobs in NGOs. You can try for JRF. You can try for PG abroad. You can try for state government jobs. Pharma companies also have a few openings for veterinarians. You can start your own clinic also. In metros, it's quite successful. You can also try for ARS. So out of so many options that you have, some of the basic tenets that you must keep in mind before even we start about IIM, and that I also always follow, I'll just share with you, and I hope that it connects some chords with you also. The first is decide early with conviction, start preparation. So basically we all prepared for medicals, right? So that is also something which we decided at some point of time in our life and started preparing for it. Similarly, for anything, if you want to prepare for JRF, if you want to prepare for the post-graduation courses, or you want to prepare for IIM, decide it early, as early as possible. It does not mean that if you decide it late, it will be too late. No, it's not too late any time in life. But yeah, if you decide it early with conviction means you should be assured. It's not conviction which others will have. The conviction that you should have that this is the best thing for me. And if you have that conviction, if you've decided early, you should start preparing for it. This is the first and most important thing that you should do. The second thing is don't worry to explore the unconventional, which means don't worry to try things which you think is not something which everyone will follow. It's okay if you do something which none of us has done. It does not ensure that there will be failure. So if you have done the first thing right, the second thing will just follow. And most importantly, the COVID crisis that we all are in right now, and we all are in it together, has also taught us this, right? So we all know now that we can do something which is never thought of. Schools can run without students going to school. Colleges can run without students going to college. And offices can also run without employees going to office. So right now I am sitting in Patna. I came here during Holi holiday and I could not return back to Mumbai, although I am working daily. So, and this is happening for last 1.5 years, where I have not gone to my office for almost now 18 months. If you had asked me in January 2020 whether this is possible, I would have told. And I would have only told that this is impossible, that I'll not go to office for 18 months and still Tata will pay me salary. But this is what is happening right now, and we all have grasped this, right? So the third thing is strive for the best in whatever you are doing. Why I have put this point? This point is very important because even though if you are preparing for MBA, even though if you are preparing for JRF, whatever you are doing, what you are currently doing, that means if you are pursuing a veterinary science course, you have to strive for the best. If you try and make your mind that I'll not work hard towards my current course which I'm pursuing, and I will prepare for something else and neglect what I'm currently doing, then it will lead to you not excelling in one thing, and the second thing in which you are planning to excel will also have repercussions of because you are not excelling in what you are currently doing. So the best thing to do is excel in whatever you are currently doing and try and excel in whatever you have planned for in future. That is what I have also followed. The fourth thing is perseverance and hard work is the most important thing, and there is no alternative to it. Not even the Google is alternative. Google is just a medium, but you have to ensure that perseverance and hard work is there. Now, you have to understand your inherent potential. We all have joined a government college. We all are here working here. So we all have the potential, but there is an inherent potential also, which we have to understand. So I hope you know why Titanic sank, right? So Titanic sank because there was iceberg and a little bit of iceberg, and the feature of iceberg is that a little bit of iceberg is visible towards the top, right? But there is a big mountainous structure which lies beneath, and which can sink a large sea which humankind has ever made, right? A large ship. So that is the potential that every human also carries. We only know what people have told us or what we are conditioned to, but the potential that lies beneath is as huge as can be. And something which our mythology also teaches us, if you remember one thing from Ramayana, is that people went near the Arabian Sea and they saw a large sea in front of them, right? And they all started thinking, how can we now cross this and go to Lanka? So now nobody knew and had a clue, because at that point of time there were no flight, no airport, no plane, right? No ship also. So they were all thinking how it can be done. Then a guy called, what was his name? So a guy called, if you can help me, Nandini ma'am, what was the name of the Jamwant? Yeah. So a guy called Jamwant helped Hanuman remember his inherent potential, right? And he informed the guy that you have the potential, you had a potential in childhood where you can cross such things. And then he kind of remembered his potential and crossed, and then the whole war was won. So that's the idea. That's how mythology and the current things also teach us that we need to understand our inherent potential and try and grasp that. Then the next thing is time management. This is very important that time management is done, because if you are preparing for anything in life and you want to achieve that, you have to manage time well. You have to dedicate time for what you are currently doing and what you are planning to do. For me, what I did, and I also laugh about it, is that I lived a life of robot till I joined Mahindra. So you will be surprised to know that while I was in school, and if someone used to tell me that, see, this relative's marriage is there and the whole family is planning to go there, I would calculate that 4 hours of study is gone. So this is how I used to behave while I was a child, and this continued till I joined my first job. So it is not the perfect way to do it, but yeah, you have to manage time. You have to ensure that time is used in the best possible manner. Obviously, I used to play a lot. I used to participate in. And Sushil sir is aware, so I used to participate in a lot of co-curricular activities in college as well as in IIM. I was part of Avivyakti in IIM. I'll tell you what I did in IIM. So, but time management is is the key for all this. Then the next important thing is you have to build your IQ. Obviously, because you all are currently studying in RVC, your IQ is up to the mark. So. But what you need to work on is the EQ, which is emotional quotient. So, and two very important things which I wanted to share with you all, which I have learned in my life, is that the first thing and the most important thing is life is made of reactions we give. So, see, actions will keep on happening with everyone. So I'll give you an example. So suppose I have a very important meeting to do in my office, and in the morning I woke up, I dressed up, and I wore the best coat that I had and all that, and I was sitting on the breakfast table, and suddenly my little daughter, where a cup of tea was kept, she just because obviously the child behaves notoriously, so the whole tea falls on my shirt and coat and everything is spoiled. then this is an action which has happened on a very important day. Now, what reaction from here on I will give will determine how the day will turn out to be for me. So if I start screaming, if I start shouting, nothing gets repaired. Neither the shirt will get cleaned, nor anything will get clean. But what I'm doing by screaming is I am adding more problems to the problem which has already got created. And if I give a very smooth reaction where I understand that this thing has happened and now I need to change and go with a bright mind as an open mind for the very important presentation that I need to give, that reaction obviously is a better reaction than a normal reaction which will come out of screaming and all that. So always choose your reaction, and this is a daily exercise. Daily. So right now also, while this session was planned, you had option of either joining or not joining. You had taken an option of joining. So every point of time, you always give reactions to the action that is happening. And people who give better reactions, and please mind this, people who give better reactions to the action which is happening to them tend to be successful than people who give poorer reactions to every action that is happening. And this is a continuous activity which will happen on an everyday basis. Now, the second thing which builds your EQ is listen versus hear and see versus view. That means while you are listening to what I'm saying, please listen, don't hear. That means whatever is coming to you as an input, please pause, understand what is coming. And if you feel like the thing which is coming to you is something which adds value, then only accept it. Otherwise, raise questions. And whenever there is an empathetic discussion happening, for example, someone comes to you for help, then don't just prepare yourself to answer quickly. So when I have a large team reporting to me, if there is a problem which person comes to me with, I will listen to him, not hear. Hearing means I am ready with the answer. I am busy, you go. This is what happens if you hear to someone's problem. But if you are listening to someone's problem, you will pause, you will understand, you will give some time, you will give 15-20 minutes to understand the issue and then reply. World will be a better place if everyone starts doing like this. The problems that we all are into, because we all are now currently hearing and seeing things, we are not listening and viewing to different things. Same difference occurs in viewing also. Now, the next point which I wanted to discuss with you all is, and this is also very important, is enjoy whatever you are doing. Because if you enjoy, you do not get bored out of it. So, for example, I have a daughter, so I always tell her, so whenever she is studying, she tells, I am getting bored. So I tell her that start enjoying your study. So she will never say that she is getting bored while playing. She goes to park and plays for 4 hours, but I'll never listen her saying that, see, I am getting bored of playing, please take me home. But while studying after 1 hour, she says that I am getting bored. Why is this boredom coming? Because she's not enjoying what she's doing. Study is something that she's not enjoying, but playing she's enjoying playing, right? So there are a lot of startups today which are making study also fun, and tomorrow maybe there are no brick and mortar schools and everything is online, and people will make it very interactive. So please enjoy what you are doing, and whatever you are doing, think that this is the best that I am doing. If that is not best, try and make it best, but enjoy whatever you are doing. And now with current situation, as well as this is for always, that please stay safe and healthy, because a healthy mind and healthy body can only achieve success. Otherwise, it is impossible. Then strive always for excellence. Success will follow. That means, and this is from 3 Idiots, right? Kabil bano and Safalta maar ke piche aayegi. That is what is written in English. And the last thing which I wanted to share before I start the IML thing is, it's all in our hands. So I'll tell you a small story. So once there was a village where a very Gyani person in every village, and if you ever went to a village, you will know that in every village there is a Gyani old Baba, right? So in a similar village there was a Gyani old Baba, and he used to know answers to every possible question on the world. So there were a few notorious children who one day discussed that let's teach this Baba a lesson. What they did is they catch hold of a butterfly in between their palms, and they discussed among themselves that see, we will take this closed hand, palm hands in front of Baba, and we will tell him that tell us what is in our hand. Is there a butterfly or not? If he says that yes, there is a butterfly, we will open our hand and butterfly will fly. The Baba will answer wrongly. And if he says that there is nothing, we will open and slightly will open and he will see that there is a butterfly. Again, the Baba will be wrong. By making this decision, they went to the Baba and told him, Ki Baba, tell us what is there a butterfly in our hand? And the Baba answered, what I said just now is that it's all in your hands. That means it is always in your hand, that whether you want the butterfly intact in your palm or you want it to fly in the sky. So it will always be in your hand. That means whatever you do in your life, whether you become a very successful veterinarian, whether you become a entrepreneur where you are running a large chain of hospitals, veterinary hospitals across India, whether you are working for a large corporate, whatever you do, it will always be in your hands. You can always destroy or create something, right? With this, we'll move ahead. Now coming to the most important thing which we wanted to discuss is clearing CAT, right? So if you see CAT exam has these three things only which are asked in any CAT exam, which is quantitative aptitude is checked. The second is logical reasoning and data interpretation, and verbal ability and reading comprehension. Now, all these three things are somewhere linked to our course also. If you so I remember, although I have studied more than 12 years back, but genetics in genetics there is a lot of maths involved, right? So that kind of is an advanced version of what is asked in quantitative aptitude. So quantitative aptitude, basically you can get any course book online, or you can join a coaching institute also, or you can arrange for materials to study in your hostel also, where quantitative aptitude has 1/3 of weightage in CAT exams. Then logical reasoning and data interpretation is something which comes inherent to doctors because of the nature of job that we are into. There is a lot of logical reasoning and data interpretation that we have to do if you at all pursue, and coming days it will increase further. And the third thing is verbal ability and reading comprehension. This is a very basic school level thing which CAT exam checks. Basis this, if you and percentile is declared. So if you grab a percentile of 99 percentile and above, then you are invited for GD, which is group discussion, right? So for preparing for GD, if you are really interested in clearing CAT, you need to participate in lot of elocution and debate competitions. So if you talk about me, I have participated in multiple elocutions and debate competitions in RVC, at university level also, and I have traveled through the university extension department to different universities participating in all this. There are a lot of I don't know right now it's happening or not, but while we were studying, there were a lot of, every year annually there were agri competitions happening where pan India, all agriculture university students used to come. So all these, if you are participating specifically in elocution and debate competition as well as other curricular activities, your GD thing preparation will start happening. And the last stage of selection in CAT exams is the interview, where basis your GD and your CAT exam marks, the interview call is also given. And so for example, I got an interview call from I am Indore, I am Bangalore, and I am Lucknow. So all these interviews were at different cities. So while you go for interview, and for any interview for that matter, the clarity of thoughts is very important. You have to be very clear on what you want to do and why you are here, right? And then one of the very important criteria on which finally the admissions in IIMs are decided is basis your academics. That means right from your school to the time while you have come for the interview, how have you been in academics? That's checked thoroughly. That means your 10th, 12th, your grad marks, everything is checked. And then your presentation skills. They also ask you to present a particular business case. So all these things, if you are preparing, that's why I told you IQ and EQ both. If you are very good in your IQ and EQ, you can clear the exams. So then what happens? Then the admission is done, and you will be very sad to know a new hardship begins. That means it is not the end of the world that, yeah, now I have got admission in IIM and now life is sorted. No, it's not. So I'll again give you example of one of my friends' introduction. So we joined Mahindra, and in front of Mr. Anand Mahindra himself, there were 30 GMCs. So we got recruited as GMC, which is Group Management Cadre. It's a esteemed cadre within Mahindra and Mahindra Group, where students of IIMs are only taken. So there were 30 of us, and everyone was given 5 minutes of time to introduce themselves. So I also introduced myself in a very mediocre manner. But what I remember is one of my friends, Tanpreet Singh from IIM Lucknow only, he introduced himself in a very unique manner. What he told is, and he is a IIT Delhi and IIM Lucknow pass out. So what he told is, so while he was studying in school, he studied from DPS RK Puram, Delhi. So he told that while I was studying in school and I was in class 10th, my parents used to come in my room and tell that, see, my child, this is 10th board exam. You have to work very hard. If you kind of achieve very good marks here, your life is sorted. So he worked very hard. He put a lot of hours in study, got 92% at that point of time in 10th, and he thought that life is sorted now. So then because of 10th marks, he continued in DPS RK Puram again for 11th and 12th. Again 12th exam came. Again his parents came in his room and said the same thing. See, this is 12th. You have to work very hard, and please don't play much. If you secure very good marks and get into IITs, life is sorted. So he again worked very hard. He again got very good marks in 12th and got admission into IIT Delhi. He thought again that life is sorted now. Now once he got admitted into IIT Delhi, after all the ragging and thing was done, then his seniors and batchmates came and told that these 4 years, you have to just work hard in these 4 years, and then once you get out of the college, get a good job, life is sorted. So he again fall in the same trap. Okay, I'll again start working for 4 years. He again worked very hard, got good CGPA in the college, got a job in a very good company called Deloitte. Deloitte is a consulting company. So he got job there. When he went and joined the Deloitte company, again his seniors came in Deloitte and told that it's just a matter of 2-3 years. You have to work hard, because initially you need to work very hard, put that impression in front of management, and then life is sorted. Again the same thing got started. So he again started working very hard. Then someone gave him a suggestion that please work very hard towards CAT exam, crack it, go into IIMs. After IIM, life is sorted. Again he worked and went into IIM. Cutting the long story short, again in IIMs people told that work for these 2 years, work very hard. Again in IIM he got into Mahindra. Mahindra also, while that day we were getting introduced, people were saying the same thing before, that you have to work very hard for 4-5 years in any organization, and then life is sorted. The crux of the matter is life is never sorted. We sort it on a daily basis. We get up in the morning and sort it for the whole day and sleep in the evening. If we are not sorting it on a daily basis, we cannot sleep in the evening. But the reason why we are sleeping, because we have sorted for the whole day, right? So please ensure that life will never become very easy, and it is never very tough. It is always so. Once you are there in college right now, you're thinking, "Arey, ye to IIM se pad liya, isne to job kar raha hai, ye bhi aisi baatein bol raha hai." But the point is, see, you are right now there. Once you will, by God's grace, get into IIM and start working, you'll start saying that those college days were good days. So this is what happens in life. While there is lot of energy, there is very less money. While there is lot of money, there is very less energy. So, but the point is, we enjoy life every day, and nothing is there that if I do this, I will become very successful. There is no determined parameter for success. You have to succeed every day and you have to enjoy every day. So what I did for of all this preparation is that instead of joining a coaching institute, I started teaching in a coaching institute. So I taught in a Lakshya Coaching Institute. I also taught in this Akash Ranchi, and I taught in Time Ranchi. Time is a very prestigious CAT preparation institute. So I joined Time as a faculty teaching quantitative aptitude there. I taught in Time Ranchi for 2 years. While I was teaching in Time Ranchi, my preparation was automatically done, right? Because there were 40 students in each batch. Everyone had a different question. To reply to their question, I had to work hard, and that kind of ensured that I am fully prepared for the exam myself, right? So this is what I did. Not necessarily every one of you need to do. What you need to do is you need to understand what is getting asked, how you have to prepare. If you need a coaching institute to help you, you can very well join, or the materials can be brought and you can start preparing for it. While you are doing all this, you need to ensure that what you are currently doing, your RVC course, does not get compromised. You keep excelling there also. So while I did all this, by God's grace, the CAT was cleared, and I also got IRMA. IRMA is a institute in Anand. So there also I got All India Rank 1, and I also cleared ZAT. ZAT is an exam which happens for XLRI. So that also, although I did not join IRMA and XLRI there, I also did not join IIM Indore. I finally joined IIM Lucknow. But all these 3 exams, I gave 3 exams only: ZAT, IRMA, and CAT. There is one more exam which is MAT, which I did not give. So all these things, if you prepare for this, there is no doubt in my mind that everyone present on this call can clear CAT. So then, after all this, I landed into IIM. So the question I have asked is it easy here? No, it is not easy at all. So the campus looks very good. So you see the campus. So this is the campus. This is academic block. This is administrative block. This is again the administrative block picture. This is library. Library in IIM is excellent. This is again the academic block. This is top view of IIM. But it is not easy here. Not easy for a doctor at all. Because, and it is equally not easy for an engineer. So if it is not easy for a doctor, it is not easy for an engineer. For whom MBA is easy is the CA. So if a CA or a Lady Shri Ram College BCommer, because Lady Shri Ram is India's #1 commerce college. So if people come from there, it's little bit easy for them. Otherwise, it's very tough for engineers and doctors to sail through here. Every day for the first term, I used to think that I'll fail. And I used to think that if I fail here, what will my parents say that you joined IIM and then got failed there? So it's very tough. And I'll for your ease, I'll tell you what all is taught in IIM so that you have a good idea of what is taught in the campus. But the kind of schedule that these colleges follow, the classes start from 7 and they go on till 9 p.m. And then you are told at 10 p.m. that tomorrow morning 8 a.m. there is a test, and you kind of do not get time to sleep because there is a lot of peer pressure. Everyone around is an excellent student, so there is a lot of peer pressure that you feel. There is fight for percentile. There is nothing called percentage here. It's all percentile based marking. So that means you need to be ahead of a group of people. So it all kinds of adds a lot of mental and physical pressure to you, but that kind of prepares you for what is coming in future. And I'll talk about it more. So what is taught in IIM is in first year there are 3 terms and there are 22 foundation core subjects. Now these foundation or core subjects are common for everyone. If anyone who gets an admission into IIM has to study these 22 foundation subjects. Now these foundation subjects are quant subjects. These are marketing subjects, sales subject, human resource subject. These are strategy subjects. Some of them are accounting subjects. So accounting is something which a doctor in his life for the first time encounters in an MBA college, which is okay, right? So we kind of for the first time learned about medicines while we got into pharmacology department, right? And we kind of remembered so many medicines. If you are a third year pass out, you will remember. If you are below that, you will obviously go through that grind. But there are so many medicines that we learn, and while we get into fifth year, we kind of remember that which medicine works on which receptor, right? So if we can do that, this is very easy. This is easier than what we have done in RVC. Yeah? So, but accounting is something which is very, very tedious for a doctor to understand. But if you are in it to understand, and if you have that willpower, you will obviously understand that. But the first term itself is very scary. It was very scary for me. Maybe for some of you, if you get into IIM, it will not be, but it was very scary for me. But as time passes off, as you get into second and third term, life becomes easier. Not because life has actually become easier, because it is because you get accustomed to what is happening, right? You get accustomed to sleeping 2 hours, you get accustomed to not sleeping, you get accustomed to taking your brush in your bag and washing your face and going to class. All that becomes very familiar to you, so life becomes easier till third term. Then there is a 2-month compulsory summer internship. Now, IIM has a very big brand in India, and because of that, all large MNC companies come to your campus to select you for summer internship. You need not go and apply anywhere. They will all come to your campus. So I did my summer internship with Mahindra & Mahindra in Mumbai. Whereas there are huge companies coming into campus. Some of them give you, for 2 months, they pay you 25 lakhs. And there are my friends who earn 25 lakhs for doing 2 months summer internship. I was very unlucky. I did not get. I almost got 1 lakh only, because Mahindra does not pay that much. But yeah, there are people. There are companies like McKinsey, BCG, all of them consulting firms. There are investment banking firms who pay very high amount of money if you clear their summer internship program for just 2 months. I'm talking. So you do a 2-month compulsory summer internship. You get into MNC companies, do real-time work there, and you will enjoy whatever you do in your summer internship. I worked on a project in Mahindra. Basis that project only, I got what is called a pre-placement. That means I got a PPO, which is pre-placement offer. So since I had a PPO from Mahindra, I could not participate in the final placements because I have already got placed into Mahindra. If I rejected the PPO, I could have participated into the final placement. That is another debate that was internally with me, but I accepted the PPO and did not participate in the final placement. Then once you come back from the summer internship, the second year starts. The second year again has 3 terms, but unlike first year, the second year has elective courses. That means now there is no foundation courses. You need to elect courses from different streams that are there. So as I told you, there is one stream called human resource, the other stream is marketing, third stream is strategy, then there is a finance stream, then accounting stream. Any stream, whichever stream you want to pursue further, you can select elective courses. IIM offers a general management degree. It does not tell you that Satish is a finance professional or Satish is a marketing professional. No, it does not say that. What people do in IIMs is, if I have taken a 5 elective of finance in second year, I will start saying that I am a finance graduate. But IIM does not give such a degree. So you need to select these 15 elective courses. There are 2 compulsory courses in second year also. And this line is from IIM website, which says that the entire package of courses is regularly reviewed, modified, updated, and augmented, keeping in view the industry requirements, latest development in specific subject areas, and changes in the social and geopolitical scenario that impinge on the management practices. That means, and this is true, so all these elective courses keep on changing. Not only the content changes, the whole course itself gets changed. So all the professors float new courses every new year. So what course I studied, maybe that course does not continue in IIM right now. So that's how things are changing. Now COVID management is something that has come now. Now students are studying COVID management also. So elective streams can be marketing, it can be finance and accounting, it can be strategy and strategic management, it can be human resource management, operations management, IT and systems, business environment, communications, decision sciences, general management. Any stream from any stream, every stream has around 10 elective courses. You can choose from any of them, and whatever suits your requirement, whatever you want to do in your life, you kind of customize your courses accordingly, and you just do those courses and pursue your career afterwards accordingly. So this is how the whole IIM course runs, right? And there is lot of flexibility and opportunity for you to join any stream, and lot of them relates to medical also, because any medical firm, any even if a MBBS doctor starts a large hospital chain like Dr. Reddy's, Apollo, etc., they need all these professionals to run, and I'll talk about this here. So once you clear IIM, obviously sky is the limit. What IIM provides you is two things. One is a launch pad. So IIM is a launch pad, just like a rocket. A rocket is launched from a launch pad. That launch pad, what that launch pad provides is, it provides you the escape velocity, right? So that the rocket crosses the circle, the what do you say, the geothermal circle that surrounds Earth. That kind of, if the rocket crosses, that launch pad provides that. Similarly, IIM also provides you that launch pad. And second thing is, it also provides you the brand. So these two things are with you, but it does not guarantee you the success. Success will depend again on two things, your IQ and your EQ. Because you have passed from IIM, IQ is obviously there, but all your success in your life will now depend on your EQ, which is your emotional quotient. So now I have shown here three things. One is, you get a flexibility to choose your industry. That means at the point of placements, you can choose your industry. You can choose to go for pharma industries. There are a lot of huge pharma companies who come for placement. And I forgot to share with you one thing, is that there was a batch of 400 students in IIM when I passed out. In those 400, there were 16 doctors, 16 doctors. In those 16, 2 were veterinarians. One obviously sitting in front of you. The second veterinarian was from GB Pant University, Punjab. He did veterinary. These 2 veterinarians were there, and apart from that, there were 14 doctors, 1/4. One of those doctors was from RIMS also, who did MBA from IIM Lucknow. So there is a substantial shift in the profile of students in IIMs. Earlier, only engineers used to do MBA, but now people from all streams possible, people from art, people from commerce, obviously people are there. But right now also the vast majority. So if the batch was of 400, in that around more than 300 were IITians only. So that's how vastly they dominate IIMs. But yeah, people from other streams are also getting into it. So obviously pharma is one industry where you can get into. Medical equipment is second industry. Medical equipment again is a huge industry in India. That is the second industry. Third industry is farm input. And I worked on a lot of projects on farm inputs in Mahindra. I was part of strategy team. I worked on a lot of, Mahindra has a very strong farm input business, right? You know, Mahindra Tractors, Mahindra Agri Division. I worked on a lot of projects there. You can get into automobile industry, finance industry, obviously, FMCG, consulting, any industry. And no industry checks you from entering there because of your background. No. Because whatever you have worked, if your aptitude is like that, you can join any of them. And then the second thing which I have highlighted is you can choose your stream also, whether you want to go ahead in strategy, that means consulting roles, whether you want to pursue marketing and branding roles, whether you want to pursue sales roles, whether you want to pursue operations roles, that means the operations of the company, whether you want to pursue research and development roles, that means you want to join R&D of some pharma company or whatever, or whether you want to pursue risk roles, all these choices are with you. And you can obviously, you get branded for life. You get a very important thing is that you get a global alumni network. So today, if I want to know about any company in US, I can easily find out that who are the IIM Lucknow pass out who are working in that company in US, and I can get that referral done. So this is how good this alumni network is, and it's a global alumni network. It's a huge alumni network that happens for the college also. There is a pan IIM alumni network also. That means all the IIMs get together. There is a huge alumni network that works. You can get into a lot of networking. That means you can get to know a lot of people. There are semi-annual alumni events happening every time in all major cities in the world. So I participate every time IIM Lucknow alumni meet is done in Mumbai. Similarly, same point of time it is done in Delhi also, Bangalore also, Kolkata, outside India in Singapore, London, US, everywhere. So similarly, you have a huge opportunity to go for entrepreneurship. That means you can have your own startup working for it. It can be from any field, and you know that people are doing great stuff and earning a lot of money. All these IIM graduates who have passed out and started up, obviously successes are less than failures, but even if you fail, you can fall back on job again. But this is also a huge opportunity, and working abroad is also an option. Now, one more thing is that in the second year in IIMs, there is an opportunity of STEX, which is student exchange program. So all these IIMs have tie-up with European universities, where 100 European students come from European colleges and study one term in IIM Lucknow. Similarly, 100 IIM Lucknow students go for studies in those European colleges. Now, this is also a very good opportunity that you get in IIM of student exchange, where you kind of study for one term in a university abroad, and that adds to your dimensions of thinking and your opportunities ahead. So this is all I had to present. I hope I have done justice to the topic, and I'm open for Q&A. If any one of you have any questions, you can just ask.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Satish. It was awe-inspiring lecture, incredible, holistic, inclusive. I don't have words to pay my gratitude to you and my words of appreciation to you. It was damn good. I definitely think that the queries in the mind of a students bubbling since long would have been solved to a lot extent. And the best part is that how you emphasized on the importance of working hard. Just to add few lines, I say this in the class as well, कि मध्यम वर्गीय परिवार में जन्म लेने के बाद बच्चों समझ लीजिए देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट टू सक्सेस. ऐसे तो कहीं भी सक्सेस का शॉर्टकट नहीं होता है, बिकॉज यू ऑल आर नॉट बोर्न विद सिल्वर स्पून इन द माउथ. चिल्ड्रन, टाइम गॉन विल नेवर कम बैक अगेन. तो अगर जीवन में सारी लग्जरीज को अवेल करना है, सीधी सी बात, एकदम कट टू कट, जीवन में लग्जरीज अवेल करना है, खुश रहना है, करियर ग्राफ को और हेटेरोसिस को अपने पेरेंट के मुकाबले बढ़ाना है विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू योर लाइफ स्टाइल, डू स्टार्ट स्टडिंग, पुटिंग लेबर, क्योंकि यथा हिकेन चक्रेण न रथस्य गतिर भवेत एवं पुरस्कारेण विना दैव न सिद्ध्यति. एज अ चैरियट कैन नॉट मूव विद वन व्हील, सिमिलरली विदाउट हार्ड वर्क डेस्टिनी डज नॉट ब्रिंग फ्रूट. सो आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो इन्होंने बातें बोली हैं उसको अवेल कीजिए. आई फोरसी अगर अगले आज से 10 साल बाद अगर एक डॉक्टर सतीश कुमार ओझा भी आप लोगों में से यहाँ पे लेक्चर के लिए आएंगे इसी तरह से, तो हमें लगेगा कि हमारा मोटिव जो है, जो हम लोग एज अ टीचर आरवीसी में ये आज हम लोगों ने मोटिवेटिंग स्पीच रखा या जो भी रखा हम लोगों ने विद प्रेजेंटेशन एंड गाइडेंस, वो हमारा सफल हो गया है. एंड व्हाट डू आई से, डॉक्टर सतीश, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक्स अ लॉट. So before opening the session for question hours, which we will be shortly doing without delay, I request, we have two senior professors over here, Dean sir, Dr. Sushil Prasad sir. So अगर बीच में interrupt करके Dr. Sushil Prasad sir को with for his words of wisdom बुलाएं, Dr. Satish.
Yeah, please.
I request Dr. Sushil Prasad sir to unmute himself for his words of wisdom.
Thank you, Nandini, and most welcome to Dr. Satish.
Thank you, sir.
I remember the student life of Satish, and he was one of my best student, I can say. He was very close to me also every time because being a cultural participant also and as a good student in our faculty. And he is not only um, a good student, but also a very good behavior. Students, the students, those who are hearing my voice, I you have learned so many things from the Satish that how he has gone up to this level, and he has given one or two, three things, very important things that a student should follow. That is one thing I think from his short lecture. That one thing he said very good, that you have to fix a goal first thing, that what you have to do, what you are thinking after doing this veterinary. Either you are a veterinary profession, I am not saying that he never told that veterinary profession is not good. If you are doing a veterinary profession on that condition, you do better in that condition also. And another choice is that so many choices he has given, that you may opt other things also, other choice also, but the thing is that you first fix your goal, that what you have to do in your study or in your life during your study. Because otherwise when it will be fixed, like Satish, I think Satish has a very good aim during his veterinary, as a veterinary student also. He was thinking from beginning that he has to achieve that much of goal, and he achieved, and today he is on that place. Another thing I want to say, he says action and reaction. This is a very important thing in the life, how you are going to react with one action. And has everything has explained by a very good example, citing this example. And I think this will be very beneficial, this type of lecture. And whatever the suggestion of Dr. Satish, I think if the students follow these things, he has elaborated everything, that if you are selected, how you will be selected, how will be your institution, what you have to do in that institution. Everything he has very finely elaborated, and I think the students, those who have joined in this webinar, I must think over this and go for this his advice, and whatever he has suggested, you follow these things in your life, then I think it will be really not a whole 100%, but if it is up to 25% of students of our faculty achieve these type of goals, we will feel, we teachers will feel proud, like Satish is there. Satish is definitely holding a very good post there. But as a teacher, I am feeling proud that we have produced such a student that achieving this type of goal and achieved his goal for up to this thing. So my very best wishes to Satish and all the students to do better, to follow his advice for betterment. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom, for your kind words. And really, students, please try to emulate the path of people who are successful, who have achieved a lot in life and are trying to provide you the right guidance. डॉक्टर सतीश ने जिस तरह से आज हम लोगों को गाइड किया, बच्चों को गाइड किया, बच्चों प्लीज उनको फॉलो कीजिए. उनकी एक एक बात सच में सुनहरे अक्षरों की तरह थी. It was like a blessing and a guidance, and it's a big privilege for us to have such a student from RVC, and the way he agreed to be a part of this meet today. And now I request one of our senior professors, अभी एक और थे शायद, डॉक्टर आलोक कुमार पांडे सर वाज आल्सो इन द मीट परहैप्स, लेकिन वो अभी तुरंत डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं. सो मूविंग ऑन फर्दर, इफ सपोज ही जॉइंस, वी विल रिक्वेस्ट हिम आल्सो फॉर हिज वर्ड ऑफ विजडम. डॉक्टर रेबेका, कैन Dr. Rebecca, few words from you. Dr. Rebecca, can you hear me? शायद उन तक आवाज नहीं जा पा रही है. Now हाँ, Dr. Rebecca. Okay, perhaps it's not audible to her. Now the session is open for question answers. Students, please come up with your questions, pertinent questions related to the lecture by Dr. Satish. Please unmute your mic. If you have any question, you can ask Dr. Satish.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is Audit Singh from RBC. Sir, I had few questions regarding the lecture today. So my first question to you is CAT necessary for veterinarians? Are profile-based applications accepted at IIMs?
Yeah. So as I told you, hi Ronak. First of all, thanks for asking. Yeah. So basically, any profile is acceptable at IIM. There is no profile-based capping. Obviously, IIMs now look for different profiles, as I told you, because exam-wise, number of IITians who clear IIMs is quite more than anyone else. But right now, as I told you, MBBS and even from students from arts, you will be surprised to know there were 3 IAS officers in our batch who left IAS and joined IIM Lucknow. So different people doing different things. Maybe they got into IAS and they did not feel well. And then 20 of our batchmates cleared IAS after passing out from IIM. So everything happens. It all depends on the choices that we make every day, as I told you. So life is full of reactions and choices that we make. So yeah, to answer to your question, yes, there is no profile-based capping. Veterinarians are very much welcome in IIMs, and you can basically apply for it, clear the CAT, and as I told you, the process GD and interview, and you can get into IIMs as equivalent to any other stream student. So there is no preference, no capping, nothing. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it does. That's another thing. So why did you choose IIM over IRMA?
See, obviously ranking wise. So basically, while I was preparing, there were few colleges that were in mind, right? So while you will also prepare, you will have your own choice, right? So as far as my choice was concerned, I had a plan of, I dreamed of joining IIM, and XLRI was the second option, and IRMA was at the third option. So IRMA was plan C for me. However, for many of you, IRMA can be plan A, and for a few of my batchmates, IRMA was plan A, and they joined IRMA, and they're also doing very good in life. But it's all about the choices that I made, and it was basis the logical reasoning that I did for myself. And obviously for that, because I cleared that, so I joined that college, because that was how I planned it to be. If I would not have cleared it, suppose, and I would not have cleared XLRI also, then I would have obviously joined IRMA itself. But since all of them were cleared and now I had an option to exercise, I exercised that option. Does this answer your question?
Yes, sir, it does. It's the last question I have. So do you ever feel the stigma of not practicing medicine and getting into managerial role?
No, not at all. So it's like so I want, if I want to practice medicine, I can practice today itself also. In fact, many of my colleagues, because I use the doctor in my signature everywhere. So obviously any meeting which I go into, any corporate meeting, anything, everywhere people ask me, so you are a doctor, you did medicine from where, why are you not pursuing your medicine also? So everyone suggests me that please pursue it, and it is not that I cannot pursue it right now. Maybe 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, I will start pursuing it. It's an option that I can exercise well. Obviously, I can think of some startup also on these lines, because it's a huge industry with a latent demand. As far as in Mumbai, I know, and it's a huge business in Mumbai. So that is also something that is in my cards. Once the right time comes, maybe the right time will not come, but if a right time comes, if everything is in place, that is an option that I can exercise. So it's not something that I've left. No, not at all. it's always already with me very much, and maybe in future I'll exercise it. Today, with given 24 hours, I do not have the time to exercise it. It's impossible for me to exercise because of my professional commitments that I have for the whole day. But yeah, the moment I will be little less commitments are there, I'll definitely try and exercise it. Does this answer?
Yes, it very much does. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Satyendra has unmuted.
Satyendra, do you want to ask a question, beta?
Ronak, from which batch you are?
Ronak,
So I'm
second year.
currently in 2018 batch, sir.
Okay.
He's very good in studies, Dr.
Yeah,
Satish.
Satyendra.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
The same
Yes, sir,
question
go ahead.
was there. Sir, the same question was for me also, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Divyam.
Yes, sir. I'm Divyam. My question is, sir, is there any difference in the course structure in IRMA and IM? Are they same or different?
Yeah, there will be. Obviously, I did not study at IRMA, so I'll have to come back to you. But yeah, there will be some course difference. Basic management core subjects should be same, but second year electives will be vastly different because IM offers general management program, whereas IRMA is specifically for rural management. So there will be course difference in IRMA. But let me tell you, all those courses are available in IIM Lucknow also. So if you want to pursue, so IIM offers this flexibility also, that suppose there is a course which you want to pursue and nobody is offering that elective, you can go to the PGP head in IIM and tell him that this is a course that you want. You need to arrange 2 more students, that means total 3 students for that course, and that course will be floated. So that is how flexible it is. So anything that you want to learn for yourself, that you feel that is important, you can ask and that course will be floated. I know that there are 3-4 courses that people in my batch had asked, and those courses were floated by professors, kindly floated by professors. So that is something that can be done. But to answer your question, 80% of the courses of the electives will be same, 20% there will be difference. Obviously, related to rural management, there will be some courses that IRMA professors would float that would not be available in IIMs. But that does not harm you anyway in your career pursuit. All good rural management companies also come to IIM. If you want to go into rural management, if you want to join very good microfinance companies, if you want to join hugely successful trusts in India, you can very well join from IIM as well. In fact, you will be surprised to know there is a company called IPAC, which is this guy's company.
Prashant Kishore.
Prashant Kishore's company. Yeah, very good. So this guy IPAC, Prashant Kishore's company. While I was in Karvi, while Mr. Narendra Modi was fighting for the second term, he was supporting Congress, working for Congress at that point of time. So he approached me also to join his company. So these are some opportunities that do come, but depending on your choices, you can join or not. And there are colleagues, there are a few of my college mates who have joined the IPAC company. They were working for West Bengal government. I hope you know that they were the partner for Mamata Banerjee while the election campaign run, right? So this is also these kind of companies also do come. So there are a lot more number of companies who come for placement, and you can pursue anything that you want. Yeah. Does this answer, Divyam?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is one question, Dr. Satish, in the chat box.
Yeah.
Survi has written, "Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is, how many months or years you dedicated to crack the CAT exam?"
So month and years are known to you. 5 years, 60 months. So 5 years I spent, more than 5 years in fact. So little more than 5 years, but I'll put it at 5 years. 5 years, 60 months. So it's kind of from year one I wanted to crack it, but yeah, it was slow but steady work. Now how much hours, that I will not be able to calculate, but yeah, this was the time. But as I told you during my presentation, while I was doing all that, I always strived to do good at what I was doing in RVC. That means if I was pursuing a veterinary degree, I always wanted to excel in that, because if I excel in what I am doing, then only I will excel in what I plan to do. If I don't excel in what I am doing and I think that I'll excel in something which I am planning, it kind of leads to failure. So this is something that I have presented in my presentation also. So this answers.
Hope Survi, your question is answered. Very nice answer, Dr. Satish, especially the way you said that if I don't focus on something presently, and yes, she has even prompted, yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dr. Satish, because the way you have emphasized on being very much sincere in their veterinary studies, current studies, so even if they have a goal for the future, that is a very good piece of advice for all the students. And now, any more questions from the student?
So another thing I wanted to know, so what are the various projects and how did we build our resume with regards to applying to IIM and getting into corporate?
Yeah, so yeah, nice question. So Ronak, you need not build your resume. So resume comes after IIM. So what Nandini ma'am showed to you is a resume which was made post when I started working, then this resume was created. You need not have any resume for joining IIM, because joining IIM is a student's work. Whereas once you get out of IIM, you become a professional, then you need to have a resume, right? So that resume, Nandini ma'am, you can share with whomsoever they want.
Sure,
That's a sample.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's
sample template. Yeah, that is a sample template for IIM resumes. So any IIM student use those templates. So you can very well get to that. So that's not an issue.
Okay.
So there are different templates that different colleges follow. This is for IIM. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is, how did you avoid overthinking during studies?
Yeah, this requires another bit of session. So there are a lot of corporate trainings which corporates do. I'll tell you. So one of those corporate trainings is around, and I can take 2 minutes on this because this is a very good question. I will just try and answer this in 2 minutes. So see, one of the So one of the corporate trainings that I attended in Tata's only, it was around thinking, that the internal talks that we do, right? And that is what you are referring to. So this kind of happens every time with everyone, and this is something which helps us achieve our goal, and this is something which destroys us. Now, even if you see what we do, even if you are doing a worship job or you are studying anything, there are a lot of thinking that happen in your mind, right? How to control them, right? The question is this. So then to control them, there are two ways only. First is monitor what thoughts are going on. If the thoughts are positive thoughts, please allow them to come. But if the thoughts are negative or derogatory or conflicting, start neglecting them or start stopping them. So you have to consciously do it. This is the first thing. And the second thing is, to reduce the number of thoughts, you have to start meditation. Now meditation is very simple. Meditation is not what some Baba will tell you. I am telling you very simple meditation. That means you just sit silently for half an hour in your hostel room without thinking for anything. Now, while you are sitting without thinking for anything, if your mind does not allow it, think about the painting on the wall, and just think about the painting on the wall for half hour. That's meditation. That means meditation is nothing but focusing your mind on one thing for a particular period of time. It helps in reducing the number of thoughts that come. Second thing is, monitor your thoughts. If these are negatives, they need to be culled, right? They need to be culled. Otherwise, they will destroy you. So that's how it should be, and it's common to anyone. It's common to anyone. And if and I will tell you on a lighter note, if these thoughts increase further, that means suppose for a normal person 1,000 thoughts per second come. If they go to 1 lakh, 2 lakh for you, that's how you reach that college and that institution beside our college. No? So you need to monitor your thoughts. So thoughts need to be monitored and need to be trained by meditating. So Shrosan, does this answer? Okay, thank you.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Really,
Good
really.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Archana.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. First of all, thank you so much for your inspiring words.
Welcome.
Sir, my simple question is, sir, why you have preferred this CAT exam or MBA course instead of MBSc continuity? Because till now, sir, I was only thinking about MBSc after BBSc course.
No, it's so that's what I stated at the first point of place, right? So there are 8 options, right? So suppose you did your 10th course, right? So after 10th, suppose you were very good at maths also and very good at biology also. Still you wanted to become a doctor and you chose medicine, right? You chose biology, right? And while I was confused, I chose both. So I took a PCMB, physics, chemistry, maths and biology both. And then I gave both exam, engineering also and medicine also. Then I kind of got admission to some Bangalore institute I was getting, and here so I joined this. So life is all about choices we make. So some choices we will make which will be wrong, some choices will be right. There is not a single person in this whole world who will say that all the choices that I have made in my life are correct choices. And similarly, there will be not a single person who will say that all the choices that I have made in my life are wrong choices. It's all about what we make, and we take choices every day. So I could not have done everything, right? I could not have done an MVSC also, an MBA also, did a JRF also. All were a possibility for me. But for me, I chose this option. Maybe for you, as you rightly pointed out, you want to do MVSC. People have done excellent. They have excelled while doing MVSC also. So anything you do it with the objective of excelling there. You will obviously succeed. Yeah, Archana, does this answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Anyone else, student? So for the time being, their queries have been solved. Sir, Dr. Satish, can I request you to kindly give them your mail ID or yeah.
That is what I was trying to. So this is the last slide, which is a thank you slide. So this is my name, Dr. Satish Kumar Oja. This is the designation that I currently work for. So I head product in Tata Capital right now. I am the national product manager in Tata Capital. This is my mobile number and this is my email ID. These are my coordinates. Any question that you might have, you can please ping me. If I am not on something else, I will definitely answer. If I am on something else, believe me, I will answer in the same day.
Thank you, Dr. Satish. So students, if you have any doubt anytime, you can contact Dr. Satish. Just be considerate about his busy schedule. Then he'll definitely answer you later on also. And so feel free, students, all of you, to contact him. And choose your career. Decide it according to your interest, where your area of interest lies, where you can put best of your efforts, and start from today itself. Although, as he said to you, he has devoted about 5 years and more than that for it. So it's never too late. Please, but then begin it today itself. Now, at the end, moving towards the end of Zenith 2, I extend my vote of thanks to one and all on behalf of organizer, co-organizer, coordinator of the event. First of all, my pranam, gratitude and thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, who inspires us every day to work selflessly as a scientist and prove our worth to the society, college as well as nation. I thank respected Dean Sir, who himself is an epitome of hard work and kindness. He encourages us, inspires us, he guides us as true Guru. My pranam to him. And then most importantly, I thank Dr. Satish Kumar Oja from the bottom of my heart. Lot of best wishes, lot of congratulations for a very, very, very good future, lot of progress. And I know he is going to reach the zenith in his life of and the excellence, because it's his attitude to excel, because he wants to excel. He always wants to perform the best. And today, for his such an inclusive presentation, I thank him. The way he put labor to guide the students and motivate the students, he took time off his busy schedule. Thank you, Dr. Satish. And then I thank Dr. Alok Kumar Pandey sir, who is also present here, our senior professor. Perhaps he got disconnected. He was having some network problem. I also thank all our senior professors. If suppose I missed their name in the name of amongst the name of participants, it's because of their guidance, because of their affection. I know this student will definitely be successful in life. We all are blessed to have this RVC family. Being a member of this RVC family, I thank Dr. Rebecca Sinha, who has created a niche and a beautiful place in the heart of a student through her hard work and humble nature. And today I wanted to introduce Dr. Rebecca to Dr. Satish also. Dr. Rebecca Sinha is a new colleague in the Department of Animal Breeding and Genetics. And as I said in the last episode also, it's her helpful, humble and tactful nature which always, helps me, inspires me, the whole of the department to think it in a bigger and biggest way. She's from NDRI, a gold medalist, best thesis awardee. After doing her doctorate, she's working here. She also worked as consultant in the Department of Animal Husbandry. And as she says that, ma'am, mere bare mein zyada mat boliyega. And so she left just before I could say even few words about her. And when I said, please share your words of wisdom, नहीं मैम ठीक है आप बोलो वो मेरे behalf में भी होगा. Anyways, thank you Dr. Rebecca, and I thank Mr. Mrityunjay ji. He's like a pillar of support for the Department of Animal Breeding and Genetics as well as whole of Ranchi Veterinary College, because he ensures oxygen supply to whole of Ranchi Veterinary family even when there is dearth of a workplace, and he ensures that none of the work is stopped in absence of any of the personnel, taking care of almost all the work, all the type of work. So my special thank to Mrityunjay ji also. And at last, I thank all the children with a special request. Children, please do not miss this opportunity every time on the holidays whenever we are able to arrange such meet. Because, and please just do not waste time. Please labor hard. Please work sincerely in whatever field you are interested, because this time will never return back. समय बीतने के बाद फिर लौट के नहीं आता है. You all will not have anything except for regretting, and that phase is the worst phase whereby you are not able to turn the pages of album. वो समय जबकि आप पीछे अपने एल्बम को पलट कर देखो और खुशी मनाओ, उससे अच्छा कुछ नहीं होता. लेकिन जब आप नजरें चुराओ पीछे के अपने पास्ट के फोटोज से, मीन्स यू हैड नॉट डन justice with your time in the past. So don't let that thing happen. It's from the experiences of your seniors and teachers. And just at the end, few lines. उड़ान को हौसलों के पंख लगाकर तो देखो, अपने लक्ष्य को जीवन बनाकर तो देखो, आसमान नापना भी आ जाएगा, चांद तारों से रास्ता बनाकर तो देखो. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive. Thank you one and all in the meet. Thank you, Dr. Satish.
Yeah, last two lines from me. So vote of thanks from me also. So thanks everyone for allowing me to connect to my roots. These are my roots. So yeah, so thanks for that. Thanks all the professors. Thanks Sushil sir. Thanks Pandey sir. Thanks Nandini ma'am. Thanks Rebecca, who is not there. Your when I listened about you, it kind of inspired me. So obviously, whenever I am in Ranchi, I'll try and meet. I was planning to come to Ranchi this time only, but because of this COVID, I could not even come, because I had a flight from Ranchi to Mumbai only, but that got cancelled. If I do plan to come to Ranchi, I'll definitely try and meet in person. Thanks everyone for allowing this. Thanks for making me here. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Satish. Thank you. Definitely next time we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Sure.
And thank you all of you children. So I end the meet here. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.